As MTV grew, it became an important part of the music scene all over Europe, with artists taking the channel to heart.
MTV exposed Depeche Mode to audiences that we wouldn't have probably got to.
To be honest, I don't want MTV to do anything else for me. That's what MTV are for.
It's an amazing experience, obviously, to see your video on MTV.
With the MTV logo means that someone out there very important is going to be watching.
The thing is, you sit there and watch everybody else's videos for so long, when you see your own, you're just like, wow.
At home, the channel was constantly left on MTV whenever we had the telly on, in case it came on again. And we taped it. And we had the video from the record company anyway. But we still taped it, and we taped it again.
I can't get no sleep.
You realise that everybody else can watch it at the same time. You're just like, oh. On the one hand, you feel, wow, our videos. On the other hand, you think, oh, no, I look like shit.
We make a beautiful team.
If they play videos of the Rolling Stones, more people get to see them. I mean, you know, that's what you make videos for, which is why MTV is a good thing. I'm plugging MTV a lot here. What the fuck?
Brothers and sisters, join hands. We got to let love rule.
Lenny Kravitz performed solo and acoustic for MTV before anyone knew him in Europe or even back in the States.
Let love rule.
The first time I saw myself was when I came over here for the first time 12 years ago. And I saw Let Love Rule on there, and I mean, I wasn't used to seeing myself anywhere then, you know, so it's like, wow.
Can you remember the very first song you played? Was that something like Jingle Bells or Happy Birthday?
The first song on the guitar was Country Roads, Take Me Home to the Place I Belong. Yeah, West Virginia was like the first real song I could play the whole thing. And I played the mess out of it, man.
We got to.
I'm fucking up one more time.
The Spice Girls actually, I think, made one of their first ever appearances on Hanging Out. I think it might even have been before they were signed.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends.
As a group, we've always landed ourselves in right at the deep end. And our first ever live show, our first ever MTV thing, and we decided we want to do an a cappella of Wannabe chorus live for some strange reason. We're not even thinking about it.
If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Running around riot, it was brilliant, brilliant fun.
They were very loud.
Chris, when you haven't done your homework, have you? I don't believe it.
And they just totally and utterly, they were wasting us at the beginning. Yeah, because they just ripped the place apart and just like, we're just like,
It was a huge part of the Spice Girls MTV. You know, they supported us from day one. We might not have been here today without their support, definitely.
When you start anything in in this sort of business, cameras get pointed at you, and it's very, very strange because it's the thing that you've grown up looking at, and suddenly you're going to be on it.
Still in the market with the prodigy.
Of any band, as you look back, you see that progression as they get used to, and there's this point where they start wearing sunglasses, and they're slightly sharper.
Can anyone scratch? Can anyone do anything flashy? Go on then, go on with your gloves on. No.
Yeah, we're definitely sharper now. That's for sure.
I had to do an interview with somebody new, and I listened to our album the day before, and I was like, Jesus, this is really good. Sinead O'Connor, welcome to the studio. I shaved my head last week, not because I was expecting you, but because I was sick of my hair. Why did you do it?
Because I was sick of mine.
Yeah? What did you hate about your hair?
It was just there, it was just sort of stuck on my head.
She was very nervous. It was a very first TV interview. Who do you think you are from yourself?
I don't know. Just a girl.
Hello, Africa. Tell me how you doing. It was MTV, actually, Steve Blame. Actually, that went on, on MTV News and said there's a record bubbling, top 10 in Europe, there's no video. So how come we don't have no video for this song? And the track was a great, great track. So why be shy? Why be humble? I just came straight out the jungle.
So you've invited me to London to blame me for Dr. Alban. I think that's perfect.
MTV was often first, but not always right.
Stand by to get your stomach pumped as yet another soap star makes their impression on an unsuspecting world. I Should Be So Lucky by Kylie Minogue of Neighbours fame, and she will be lucky if this is a hit.
I was just starting, actually, in the music business myself. So we're as old as each other.
15 years later, she's a phenomenal world star, and we're fuck all. which I think sums it up. What a record. I mean, another soap star.
It's stunning, isn't it, actually?
Ruins our lives.
I think it's absolutely magnificent.
The best thing...
I think it's just so wonderful.
We spoke the truth. We were the honest men of MTV. We told it like it was.
Sometimes it just didn't go to plan.
Judge, in some of the articles that I read about you, you've been described as a fellow with a dopey face. I'm
not going to answer that. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
A guy's supposed to be a comedian, Let's not take ourselves so seriously.
Dead Ringers, right, is about gynecologists sticking things into women, basically. It's very peculiar. It's very peculiar.
Have you ever been to a gynecologist?
Well, no, of course I haven't.
Oh, why? Of course not. I've been to a gynecologist. I have a wife, and when she was
actually, yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I have.
Yeah.
I have,
and
yes.
Is gynecology about sticking things into women? Is that really?
No,
what
but
it's
your
about?
films
Is that why it exists?
your films clearly do seem to be about that.
There was something I just found incredibly creepy about him, and his whole demeanour I just found intolerable.
I really don't understand the point of this, I mean, have you ever been in analysis?
No. I don't need it.
Well, I think you might, actually.
Not to the guest, but the interviewer walked off set. That's it. I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is his new album, Loudmouth, and it's the best of Bob Geldof and the Boomtown Rats. They were going to make it a double CD because there were so many good songs. And this is his new single, and it's crazy, and I'll tell you, I'm crazy about it too. And it's... Are you crazy about it, Bob?
Apparently I'm not an MTV act, I was told, so you're not that crazy about it at the moment, right?
Ah, but Bob, don't think about me as MTV. I'm a friend.
No, I think he is a contact you most of the time, but it's all right.
What can you say to that? It's probably the rudest word you could ever say on live television. It's probably the rudest word you could say in life. Right.
I have in my pocket here faxes from people all over the world who actually call you that.
Do they?
Well, yeah.
Bob Geldof calls everybody a cunt. He's called me a cunt many times. I was taking it as a big compliment,
I don't get Bob Geldof on your show, he'll ruin it. There was nothing you could say to that apart from throw to his music. I mean, I couldn't make him look like a cunt, could I? Do you really think that about me, Bob? Do you really think that about me, Bob? Do you really think that about me, Bob? Do you really think that about me, Bob?
Hi,
I've been dying to meet you for all of my life.
You don't have to die to meet me. You can just stay here.
I'm so excited.
I kept saying this is the best day of my life, and up until my wedding day, it really was.
Welcome, Miss Piggy, to everyone here in the house. Hello.
Thank you, Enrico.
You're so beautiful. Can I just kiss your hand?
If you have to.
Mwah. Beautiful.
Well, where's she? Davina, whatever her name is.
Davina.
With a thing in her stomach.
She's over there. I got a thing in my nose.
Tell her to get away from my frog.
I'm fine with your frog. He likes hanging out with me, actually, Piggy.
Piggy,
I'm
I
afraid
think you
to
should
say.
get one of these.
Yeah, he
Yes.
says he says he wants you to do this.
But first, before you get one, Piggy, you have to get a flat stomach, I'm afraid.
Davina, be nice.
Did not go down very well.
You have to be nice to her because she's sweet. She's beautiful. She's hot. I kind of like her,
Oh, shut up! What did you say? What did you say?
If you were going to pierce something, what would you pierce?
You. You asked for it.
Thanks for coming in here today.
Oh, thank you for having me here.
I'm pleased and honoured. Now, have you been back to Jamaica after the hurricane?
I don't live in Jamaica.
Halfway through the interview, I think you said, do you know who I am? And I realised I got the wrong biography, basically. But you are originally from Jamaica, aren't you?
No, again, you were wrong.
I interviewed Eddie Grant thinking he was somebody else. Now, you've always sort of been on your own indie labels, and then all of a sudden you changed and you made a deal with EMI.
That's not quite true either. You're really making some boo-boos today.
Most video presenters are talented in some ways, but they're supposed to be there to look good as well, you know, so you can't be everything, I suppose.
I know that there's a very romantic side to you.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard.
Yes.
And we have a song on the Voodoo Lounge called Sweethearts Together, which, when I heard it, I thought immediately, oh, this one must be about Keith and you.
Why would you think that? It's not Erasure, is it?
No.
You see, if you ask a silly question, you get a silly answer.
You just bought a house in Fulham near the Chelsea football ground. It's a bit strange for an Arsenal fan, isn't it?
Just? I've lived in Fulham for years. Don't know what you're talking about.
That's it?
Yes, that's all you're going to get out of me. And you give any further details of my address and I shall beat you to death.
I remember seeing Lydon being interviewed on another programme and being just a total wanker, you know, really nasty.
You passed it? Come on, you're a bit old for this.
I've passed your interview, yeah.
Let me get this for you.
There ain't nothing wrong with being old, my sunshine.
I did want to find out whether, you know, he was just being a dirty old whore, like all of the others, like all of the people he's, you know, attacked before in the past.
So you're just doing it for the money?
No, I'm doing something old because it's still valuable.
Why is it valuable now, 20 years later?
Well, it might not be to you, but there are people out there that do appreciate genuine originality.
Even a bunch of 40-year-olds in the audience.
How would you like a nice smack in the head?
Not very much.
Well, then shut your mouth and get out of my way with that thing. Or I will do it.
All right.
My only regret about it really is like not pushing it to see if he would actually hit me.
MTV, bye-bye. I think I've said my piece. Now, fuck off!
So please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. No, no. I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already
Up next, MTV Live. We get intimate with Eminem, hit Ibiza with Faithless, and rock Moscow with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
We're still gonna go crazy, even at the risk of getting pummeled with the butt of a rifle.